everyone.
And we're back the next week, as promised.
As promised for once.
We're getting more consistent.
If you're wondering what Annie's wig is all about, we're not really sure at all. It's my all-purpose wig, so it works for Abby Lee Miller, Jesus, and everything in between.
Yes.
God only knows what I do with that thing. Mm-hmm. Anyway, how are we doing, Annie?
I think we're doing great.
I'd say this is one of our up weekends.
Yeah.
Weeks. One of us is usually low and one of us is usually high.
We're just about right in the middle right now.
I think we're steady.
Yeah.
And producer Mag, how often would you say that
equilibrium, if you will?
How often would you say that Annie and I are both stable on a plane at once?
This is like when there's like a solar eclipse. I go outside and watch it. That's how I feel right now. I have my glasses on.
She says this is the solar eclipse. Okay. Lovely. And people do need glasses sometimes.
I think we kicked this off by recapping the weekend. We had a great weekend. Me and Katie collabed on Saturday.
Katie and I.
Please. Please. Katie and I collabed on Saturday. It was the first BC tailgate of the year.
And
Woo!
boy, did we take that by storm, huh?
We sure did. Started off quite strong. Hit the lots hard.
No. We were starting chants. We were running around.
We were wearing inappropriate costumes.
Concession stands.
Lots of dogs.
We do. I didn't think we realized like how I like our bit at when we order.
Yeah.
At like restaurants.
Yeah.
This was a concession stand. They like, you remember that one girl who was all over our bit?
All over it. She wanted us so bad.
No, she was literally like standing back, like dying laughing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, please.
Please get in line, babe.
So Annie and I take a nap, right? As one does. We're tired, and then we're like
so bored. I did not nap. I just watched her sleep the whole time.
Really cute. And then the dating allegations are just gonna be coming in. They're not true.
We're even avoiding it at this point.
I know. We should probably make an official statement.
I know.
Sideline Jules, could you get on that? Official statement on the allegations of Annie and I dating. I want like the black screen, white writing.
Yeah.
Okay. Like,
and I want like centered text.
Oh, very centered.
Yeah.
And like a logo at the bottom.
Helvetica font. Times New Roman seems a little
font.
too professional.
Calabria.
Yeah.
What?
Helvetica. Oh, Arial's good.
But that's also
semi-bold.
Arial's like, you don't even change the font when you go on Google Docs, though. That's kind of lazy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're not really putting that much into it. Like,
yeah,
work on that, if you will.
Anyway, we hit a point where we're like, what are we doing tonight?
Yeah.
So we decided we want to dress up.
Yeah.
And what does dress up mean to us?
QRT, backwards brim, and a big smile.
Cute picture here. And here. So, and also, we go to Southie, we go to Capo, which is a very, like, I would say upscale bar just in general in Boston.
If
like,
you're familiar with Capo at all, like, that's where the ladies are going, okay?
We decide to go, like, girls are in, like, it's a jeans and heels
in their
vibe.
uniform, yeah.
Like,
and they're honestly killing it.
They are looking their best.
Yeah. Like Dysoned hair, I know it.
No, more than that. They had it in the rollers the night before. Like that type of like.
So true.
Capo
I'm
is
talking
the night.
CT contour, Rare Beauty blush.
Yeah. No, literally. Like they watched an Alex Earl like podcast and like pre-gamed the hell out of it, and they made dinner reservations at 9, and they were like, we're actually gonna go run show in basement.
And like we're not gonna act like we're above that because we can do that too, right?
We can, but we don't. So Annie and I show up in the absolute like worst outfits of all time.
In fact, I'm wearing a shirt that says I'm not drunk, I'm fucked up. And also, what did my mustard yellow flat brim
that says love with a massive rose as the O. I got it like for one of my rapping auditions. I'm in my Miami Beach cutoff tee that I got off the side of the streets of Miami for
That
maybe
has to be
$7.
one of your best purchases.
Oh my gosh.
That's when we went to go get the soccer ball at the.
Yeah, and I saw
and
that, and it literally.
That thing was that T-shirt was $7. Could have easily been worth $100. It's that fire.
Like,
but we
grand.
bought.
I would have put.
We bought a deflated soccer ball for like $45, and then Katie was too sunburned to even play soccer, so we didn't even get to use it.
Not good.
And then we couldn't fit it in the bag home.
And then obviously shout out Cleveland. I wore my leather flat brim. Shout out producer Mag for buying that. Someone actually came up to me at Capo, looked at it, felt it, and go, "Is that leather?" I go, "Yeah."
Not
it
faux
is.
leather, real leather.
What's
Straight
the
from the
first?
tiger's back.
No, literally off of it. What are we? Animal cruelty again?
Sorry,
Again?
Peta. Sorry,
Is
Peta.
it really happening again?
All right, could you write up another animal cruelty allegation?
Yep, please.
Apology? Thank you.
Okay. We decided to get the famous TikTok espresso martini.
Wait, did you even hear about that before?
No.
I know. I only saw about it after.
So we see this tile. Wait.
First of all, the
Fine
bartender,
glass of water.
The bartender was so hot.
No, like when I
If you're
tell you.
listening to this, I want you.
He had a look
Fine as
on him.
hoe.
In his
Fine
like
as
all
hoe.
black outfit like
BMS.
they do.
BM.
He takes this I'll never forget. He takes the whipped cream shaker. He gives it a little 1, 2, and he does this amazing
That got
dollop.
me.
With all the madness of Capo, he proceeds to take his delicate little fingers, reaches behind him, and grips the cinnamon drizzle.
Oh my god, that was crazy. Tap.
In the madness, he
Tap.
decides to add the
Tap.
detail. I think it was 3 taps. And let's just
So anyways, I did try my paw at him, and I go, "Hey, the bartender come with the drink." And at first he was like laughing. He's like, "I'll give you a smile." And then I kept going for it.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Stop."
But we're waving our glasses around like
Oh my gosh.
there's no tomorrow. Yeah, so then Annie and we finish our first one and we decide to break out and dance. Naturally, our arms
But like
are
this
swinging.
isn't like the club area. Like people are still fully
No,
enjoying
like
their
fillets are
meals.
being passed on left
Yeah.
and right, like bolognese. Like we are
We
totally
had
making
no
a scene,
business.
which is exactly what we usually do. And like I dance, Annie dances, 2 worlds collide. Well, that means an espresso martini glass shatters on the floor. Instead of like calling over someone, I just take my foot and I go whoop whoop, which is not looking back
It's
on
like
it.
ice under the refrigerator.
Yeah,
you
no,
know?
it's
It's
like-
like you just give it a little kick.
Except there was nothing to go under it, so there was just glass in the corner.
Hopefully no one left with glass.
I know, I really hope that too.
Whatever, do we care?
No, but the funny thing is that a little piece of glass actually ended up in my mouth, and I always use the term I'd rather chew glass, and I actually took a little chew on it.
Anyways, so after we finished the espresso martinis, pumpkin espresso martinis, my ad. Like these weren't OGs. Like this was different breed. And also ran into like too many like people that we like actually know that we should have probably been more like that wasn't cool. Anyway, so apparently, again, if you're familiar with Capo, you know that you have to get onto a wait list to get into the basement because that's like where the actual club is. Again, like this is just like the bar at the top, and then there's like tables where like people are eating dinner. Like it's like a very
It's
low
like
key
no
thing.
one's sitting up.
Yeah, no. And so we like get on the wait list. Like we'd already been there for probably like 30, 45 minutes, and then we decide to get on the wait
Yeah,
list.
but people are sprinting when they get in. Wait list, bang. Get a drink, bang. But check your text. Are we ready on the wait list? Because let's go downstairs.
Yeah, like
'Cause
everyone
that's
else
where the
is just
party
in
at.
the meantime, like getting drinks. Like we just decided.
We
let's
didn't know.
just, yeah,
No, I don't think
Did
we
we not
decided.
know?
I didn't know.
I didn't know.
Well, that answers our damn question.
Okay. So we get on the wait list. The hostesses are not having it. Also, when we had first walked up to get in, we were like, "Yeah, we fit in the dress code." And the guy's like, we thought he'd like give us a little laugh or something. And he's like, "Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna get downstairs."
We were like, wait, what? I was like, oh, I don't know, but we got ourselves down in the basement, and we'll tell you how.
Yeah. So we get on the wait list, and
It's not looking good though.
No,
'cause
it's
there have
not.
been people waiting.
yeah,
there
we
for
knew
a while.
kid that like had gotten on it right when we got in, and he was still like waiting. He's like, "I don't think we're gonna get in. Like, no one's moving." And we were like, "What the hell is this? The White House?"
No,
like,
I
what?
like it was national security. There was like
Yeah.
4 gates. Like you would have thought like I don't even know. Like Britney Spears was downstairs. Anyway,
So true.
she was.
She was.
She went.
And so we go. Oh, I just turned off my mic. Just turned off my mic.
Pathetic.
So, anyways, some time passes, and we're like, "What the hell are we doing waiting for this? Like, who are they to tell us that we can go in the damn basement of
Who are
this
they?
bar?"
And especially our outfits. Like, we had honestly done way too much upstairs. It was time to change.
I know. If we had lasted upstairs for another like couple minutes, we would have probably gotten kicked out. Honestly, so.
Tossed.
Anyways, so then we come up with the most brilliant idea. Okay, so if you guys know when you
Like
get
Thomas Edison when he thought of how to make a light.
literally,
wait.
like it was like our ears perked up, the hair on my back stood up. I was like,
You have hair on your back?
got.
Ick. Ick. Let me get it.
Check for me.
Yeesh.
I'm proud of.
I'll shave that later.
Get a razor toy, would ya? Anyways, so
We find a table. So
we
we
find a
put pen to
and we start to get to work. So when you make a reservation, they send you the code. So
the classic code.
yeah, so it's like a 5-digit number, and that's like the message that's coming from. It's like your table at blah blah is ready. So luckily we were with a teammate, or your teammate,
Yes,
Carrie.
Carrie.
So we're sitting at the table. I'm like, we didn't have each other's contact yet, me and Carrie. Not sure why, honestly. I was at
Yeah.
her birthday party. And so she like, birthday party.
Seeing I followed her on Instagram yesterday.
Like we all went out together. She didn't have like a birthday party at like.
Let me live. I didn't see anyone other of our friends.
We didn't sit around the table and eat cake.
We damn near should have.
Numbers.
Anyways, so she changes my contact to this 5-digit number that like, cause she's previously done, cause what is it? Open table.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things. So like, it's the same like 5-digit number. And so we change that, I send her a text, and we change like whatever restaurant she had been to before. We put like Capo in it, and we go up to the front, and it looks
you
so.
forgot about the
What?
link. Annie was dialed in on like there was one little link, which is I think details matter, and
Yeah.
you owned that.
Thank
But
you.
she couldn't get the Wi-Fi, so she was like, Katie, send me this link, and then you send it to Carrie. I was like, okay, I got on the, I made it happen.
Yeah.
But
So
Annie
then we had
had
the text and then the link. 'Cause you know how the link shows up as like
yeah,
a photo thing now?
yeah.
So we made that work.
She had gotten, I wouldn't say into it with a bouncer, but she's
Oh,
giving
yeah.
a little side eye.
Yeah,
bouncer.
we were walking to the bathroom, and like I knew he wasn't feeling us when we first went up there, and we were like, "Can we just walk down?" He's like, "Nope, you gotta go on the wait list," which is how we realized we had to go on the wait list, because we just like tried to go downstairs.
Oh yeah,
And so then when we walked past to go to the bathroom again, I gave him a little like eye, and he was like, "Hey," I was like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Yeah, just so you know, like I don't have to let you in if you want to give me attitude." I'm like, legally, I feel like that's not allowed. Like, is this a thing? Like, you can't let me down if I give you a little attitude? Like a little. There wasn't even words exchanged. It was all in the eyes. Like, you can't like just accuse me of eye contact.
No, but also like imagine the picture now that you're seeing like Annie giving attitude to this guy. Like you were literally dressed as so pathetic. Like.
He was probably
Oh,
like,
and then on our way to the bathroom after that happened, I had run ahead a little, and there was this woman like chopping up bread, but it was like this own station. I was like, "Are you the bread woman? And can I sign up?" And she goes, "No, I'm just a waitress giving this to my table." And I was like, "Is that offensive to call someone the bread woman?" But I
No.
was like, "That's a great job in the back cutting up the sourdough, and like that's the best part of dinner." So imagine you're just doing the thing that makes everyone
so
the
you
most
thought she
happy.
was only
We
for the
gotta
bread.
get through this story.
And so then whatever, we show the people at the we show the waitresses the text, and or the hostesses the text, and
This
we're like,
is where you handed the baton off to me.
yeah. So then I'm like, hey, like we got a text. So Katie,
I go up. I'm like, hey, listen, like I know. I realized soon as I'm walking up, I'm getting a little like confidence. And I go up to the waitress. I realize they have like 2 iPad computers. You know those things that twist and not like. And I'm like, shoot. They have like who got the text, but I'm like, you know what? Let's go for it. I go up. I say, here, we got a text. They're like, huh? They go type.
they were like whispering in the corner for
Yeah.
at least like.
And
a
they go,
minute and a
we
half.
don't see like your text. What's the name? I'm like, Carrie. And they're like, like 1, 2, 3. We don't see the text. She brings out. You can always tell when someone's like head waitress and someone's like this side chick.
Yeah.
She was the side chick. She calls the main one. They turn their backs to us, do like a mean girl whisper. I'm like, okay, what's going on? And they talk for like a while. And then I decide, I'm like, bad time or good time for a joke? Good time. And I'm like, hey, I swear, we're not that big. We won't take up too much space in the basement. The one girl turns around me and she goes, I'm like, ooh, plane didn't land. They come back around. They're like, I'm sorry. Like, basically, some bouncers were letting people in. It we're at capacity. It messed up the whole system. Like, we'll give you another text when it's ready. I'm like, okay.
Please.
I'm like, Annie, Carrie, let's go. We're going to the other spot. We travel across land. I go to the bouncer. I'm like, hey, we got this text. The waitress said, like, things are busy. She just wanted us to send us over here. The waitress has to literally hold your hand and walk you to the basement. Once again, national security.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, that's not how the system works at all. And I'm like, in my, like, Cleveland backwards hat, it's, like, sideways. I, like, move it a little bit backwards. I'm like, oh, I don't know what happened. She said that, like, some bouncers were letting. I was like
something was wrong. We were
Yeah,
like, something
I,
was wrong with
pointed.
the system. Yeah, we were like, and he's like,
I was trying to pull out the other bouncer against him.
he's
I was
like,
like,
yeah.
that guy let them in.
He's like, yeah, we haven't really like heard anything about that yet. And we were like, really? Like, I swear they were just talking about it up front. So he's like, all right, like, how many? And he was like, you got a text? And we like, yeah. And we showed it to him.
I swear I got the text.
And he's like, all right, like, how many of you? And we were like, 3. He's like, all right, let me see your IDs.
I'm like, cha-ching.
Now, at this point, we're all holding each other's phones. So we do a 3-way phone swap.
Like this, all at once. We were so excited. We all went bam, bam, bam. Like we were like holding
Like
in to go 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God.
And then we all get each other's IDs, scramble out, and then we skip our way down to the basement.
Oh my gosh.
And then we ran the dance circle for a while.
that must have felt what man felt like when they landed on the moon.
I swear, I literally like almost fell down the stairs. I was so excited. I felt like, I don't know,
I felt like
Justin Bieber when he got his haircut for the first time, like that. Or how you feel in this wig right now, which I know it's itching you.
Oh, it's just so bad.
So bad.
You
can take it off.
It's
No
been
one's
too long now.
Yeah, that's so true.
Anyways, obviously, once we get to the basement, we establish ourselves.
It's ours.
Yeah. I mean, there was no question about it. We immediately beeline to the dance floor, to the center of the dance floor, might I add. We kind of, like, took a chill for a second, and then we were like, back it up.
This is not a bar. Once again, like, everyone's probably, like, 25 and above. This isn't, like, this is everyone, like, looking up, like, dancing. There's no, like, dance circles, as there hasn't been since the grade 6.
And let me tell you this for free. No one's in a flat brim. And no one's in a Miami.
Back it up. The circle quickly forms, and we go to work.
I mean,
how many splits did you do?
Let's show the audience. I did the splits probably.
I woke up with a bunch of little scabs. I thought I had a spider bite. Nope, they all turned to bruises.
Yeah, I how many times do you think I averaged? I was averaging like
1 split a drink.
Yeah. Oof, that was a lot of splits.
Yeah, one time I was like, Annie, split. You were like, no. I was like, okay, into something else. My sister ended up being there. Shout out Annie Pine, her boyfriend.
Yeah, we had the whole squad going. And we definitely, like, ran into more people that we actually knew. Just, like...
Absolutely.
They're going to remember that, and...
My shirt was drenched.
Yeah, no, I had to go to the bathroom, actually take off my shirt and, like, wipe my whole body because we were sweating so bad.
Oh, my God.
The best part about, like, meeting these girls at the bar, like... where they were like, I wish I could do that. Like, it was like almost like such a backhanded compliment. It was like, no, you guys
like
look
like girls.
Yeah,
they were like, I wish I could
they were
care.
Like, I
as
love
less
these types of girls. like we're show ponies. Like we're animals. Like
no, the best was when we were with the Nelk boys, and they go, I wish I just didn't care as much as you guys do. Like
it's like you can, babe. You can.
I'm like, okay, I don't know how to take that.
Yeah, it's like not a compliment, but like is, I guess.
No, it's like, wow, you guys are like actually dressing like so pathetically and like acting like no one's watching, and I love that for you guys.
But for you only, as like another breed.
As in like I would never go there, but you guys do you. Anyway.
Yeah, and sometimes like some of them are genuine, and other times I'm like, wow, like you're just taking this as an opportunity to like
absolutely slaps in the face.
Yeah.
But we realized that
at the end of the day, that was a great night.
And there's more to come.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, hopefully Capo doesn't listen to this, and like I hope other people don't hack our idea.
Do you think Capo's a person?
Mr. Capo.
Oh, really? What's his first name?
Captain
Mr. Captain Capo. All right. Does he have a team?
Carl
Can we reach out?
Capo.
Carl Capo?
Anyways, sorry Capo, but you got capizzled.
You got capsized, babe. Anyway, our manager, Maeve Connolly, who
Balls in your court, babe.
we miss dearly. We realized that, like,
What'd you say?
I said our manager, Maeve Connolly. Like, we realized we want to, like, share this user experience with, like, other people. So, manager Maeve, hi. She has something big coming, and I'm going to let Annie speak a tiny bit about it.
Just a tiny bit.
3 words. 2 words that are rhyme.
I know what it is.
I'm just buttering them
guys,
up.
I feel like this is like a long-awaited thing, and I don't know why we didn't do it sooner, but we feel like it's come to the point where we've got way too many people asking us about it, way too many places offering to host us, way too many cities asking us to fly there. But we're just going to keep it home, keep it local for the loyal fans, unless you guys want to fly in too, if you got any extra points on the airlines. Anyways, meet and greet. We're going to do a meet and greet. Location TBD, date TBD.
Once again, Maeve Connolly will be
Time
making the
TBT.
the TBD
Yeah, so we
Soon
will
to
be
be.
coming out with that info shortly once it is established. But just to put it on your radar, keep your calendar like completely free for the next couple months.
like 3 months.
Yeah.
Put nothing on the
yeah,
weekends,
this is like
nothing
a
on the
dentist
weekdays.
appointment, like you gotta be ready to
Quit
book
your
it.
jobs.
Yeah.
Make us
Cut off all ties so we're the only people available to you.
literally throw your phone away. Actually, shoot. How are they gonna know? What?
Shoot.
Well, Maeve said she might make flyers, so let's put it in the newspaper.
Don't worry, you're gonna find out about it, whether you like it or not, okay?
Milk cart. Great, producer Mag. Milk
Good,
cartons
Producer Mag. Okay.
or cereal boxes.
So many ideas.
Okay, so I think we need to address something in the room, and it's one of our hairs. And I don't actually think you're gonna guess this one. It's not Annie's. It's mine. Her name is Moe. Annie, let's just talk a little bit. Oh. Guys, I have a mohawk. If you watch the TikToks, you know what we're talking about. If not, also, people need to, like, realize it's spelled Moe, M-O-W-I-E.
Turn to the camera.
I don't want any other, like, spelling, and no...
It's clean today.
Really?
Honestly, she's getting so much better.
She's becoming a
Her
mop,
growth.
less mohawky, and I don't know if I like that.
Should we trim?
Mom, I swear it's a face. Should we cut it?
No, because it's like,
Yeah, wait, you could have bangs.
it's
No,
getting
it's
long.
literally volume.
Like a toupee.
Toupee, it's Moe. I'm strict on Moe. If you call it something else, I'm not happy. And Moe's here. We got her at Hibachi. She stays with us every day. And if you want to learn more about the Hibachi story, go to my page. I'm so over it.
At Kitty Pine Jokes.
So this
So
last
edgy.
bit, which producer Maggie and Sideline Julia are here again, and they are killing it. Also, I like how we've gotten progressively closer as this podcast has gone on. I don't think we were touching up first. Anyway, genius
Can't help
idea.
myself.
Ding, ding, ding. It's the presidential debate tonight.
So why not shall we debate between us two presidents of...
Which I actually was
The
voted
bet.
president in 8th grade.
Oh,
I was the 8th grade president, and I was voted most likely to become president. I think it was...
Who
'cause-
the F was voting for that?
I think it was just because I was class president. It was like an easy segment. That was just a most likely to in my class. That was just like a 6th. Actually, that was in 6th grade. And
Yeah, I remember
lived
I
up to
ran-
my expectations.
Right. I ran for class president in like 4th grade, or it might have been 5th grade, and I remember like going up to do my speech, and with like everyone who was like running for it wrote their name on the chalkboard, but I got up there and just like I couldn't do it, so I just turned around, took the chalkboard eraser, and just wiped my name off and sat back down.
That's so sad.
I know.
Where your stage fright
So
just
Yeah, just
away.
like it obviously didn't happen for me, and I did not run again. I just found myself in other endeavors,
Yeah, I was making like
such as
lunchtime announcements. Like it was my job, which it was.
Next up, we have a presidential debate between Annie and Katie. So sorry in advance of how painful this is going to be. Enjoy.
Hi everyone.
This is our broad. I know.
Camera shy. First question is yeah.
No.
Cue that song in the background
No.
of my intro.
All right.
Okay, first question is, can you please explain inflation and what are you going to do about it?
Well, I'd really first like to thank you for asking that question. And secondly, I'd like to answer it for you. So, inflation essentially is when things in the market of commerce start to rise in prices. And essentially, what the issue is with that is that I go to Chipotle and my bowl is about $3 more. That's a big issue. So what I'm going to do about it personally is I'm going to hire a guy who knows how to hack into the mainframe of the stock market and stabilize the stocks so that all the numbers are at zero and everything is free.
Thank you, President Fitzgerald.
Grazie.
Object with every single one of your points. Inflation is about things that have gotten bigger when they shouldn't have gotten bigger. Like, I'm putting all inflation on Weight Watchers. So what I'm going to do is not even hire a guy. I'm going to assemble a team. And that team is going to essentially, to put it into a metaphor, inflation is blowing up a balloon, like inserting helium into the balloon, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But no one wants the balloon to get bigger. So my team will individually stab that balloon with little pins so that everything will get back down to normal, and so that my Mentos gum today wasn't $5.47.
Oof.
Because that is absurd. I don't know if you're supposed to agree with me on that.
Woof.
Anyway, I don't agree with any of President Fitzy's policies because she's said a lot of things in her life and hasn't owned up to most of them. Woof.
Okay. Hi, I'm Sideline Julia. So my question is, how will the next president, Fitzy or KP, work to shift U.S. drug policy toward a health-based approach?
Thank you for asking, Sideline Julia. With me and my team, we want to make all those
Do
drugs.
we have to?
Don't interrupt me. We want drugs to become healthy again. What I plan on doing is inserting the don't do it policy. Where instead of like doing the drug, you just say don't do it, like that DARE team. I'm going to hire all the DARE workers and I'm going to make them put a little leafy green under their t-shirt instead. So it's going to be like a drug X, comma, greater than sign, leafy green. Essentially, is insinuating drugs bad, health good. Period. Thank you. And I'd like to announce that my official vice president is Beetlejuice. Who's running with you, huh?
President KP. Thank you for that stupidish answer.
Objection. Oh, are we in court?
Allow me to please rebuttal. So it's funny that Prez over here believes that a t-shirt will diminish drugs within our communities. For me, in my presidency personally, I will be hiring not a team of DARE workers, but rather a team of experienced scientists, avid drug users who have the ability to rework the science of drugs and make them healthy. So when you smoke weed, you get smarter. When you take a Xanax, you can run really fast. So I actually will be taking this from a more scientific, evidence-based approach as opposed to a umbrella, generalized, t-shirt, Octopus Inc. approach. Custom Octopus Inc. approach.
Custom Inc.
I don't think you are allowed to talk when I'm answering my question. I'm also, if that scared you, taking steps towards anger management before I'm put into office.
Okay, thank you for those responses. This next question is very near and dear to my heart. I think that might give a little bit of a hint. Stance on gay marriage.
Hi, Producer Mag, thank you so much for not only coming out on our podcast for the first time ever, The Closet Was Glass, babe, but also thank you for asking this question, because this is something that I think affects a lot of people. So for me, I'm going to not only be so accepting towards gay marriage, but I'm going to force gay marriage. So we are going to have far more gay couples in all of America than any straight. In fact, I'm trying to extinct straight couples. So everyone actually has to be gay or they can't vote.
Thanks, Producer Fitz, for that jaw-dropping, mind-bumming answer. Gay marriage will be allowed and encouraged, but my thing is I'm gonna make everyone who just got gay happily married wear a cone on their head, so they can make everyone else know that they just got gay married. And when you see someone with the cone on your head, you actually have to get on your knees, bow down, and then kiss them on the hand. Therefore, they get the respect that they deserve. And my policies will also be live streaming and hosting the first 50 gay couples that vote for me for president. I'll not only host you at the local Holiday Inn, but I'll also pay for your free bar. Talk about policy.
Next question.
Can you guys please explain to me your tax policies? Oh, God.
Tax? No more. My tax policy is no more taxes. I don't believe in taxes. I believe in factual statements. Taxes no more. None of that W-9 BS anymore. I'm making a W-8. That's just signing your name and putting your favorite color. I'm done with taxes. I actually don't even know what that means. How are you going to pay for things? I think we should take it back to the olden days. Trading sticks and stones. Just back to the olden days, you give someone a piece of wood, they give you a rock that you can make fire with the wood, and you can throw your rock at the ground. And no price.
No, I didn't mean get rid of money, but the government has to have taxes to pay for roads and things. That's why there are taxes.
See, let me take it from here,
Bitcoin.
President Katie. So for
Cash?
me,
I don't know.
For me, what's gonna happen is actually we're somewhat in a similar Funway arena with this one, but I feel as if I agree. Get rid of the WD-40. No one needs any of those. And I think the best chase scenario for us here would be to abolish taxes. And then you may ask, how are we going to pay for things? Well, I feel like we have quite enough already. How about we just start being grateful for what we do have? What's with this attitude in this country? We want more, we need more. How about shut that ass. We don't need any more. We have quite enough stuff. And so I think that we don't need that money for the taxes to pay that anymore. And so be end all to taxes.
Actually, let's run together. I think, brother,
Who's VP and who's AP?
I think we should just be Coco.
Cool.
Yeah, I think we should bring back Monopoly money, Kohl's Cash, Bitcoin, and
all transactions must be made through Zelle or Cash App.
yep, no more Venmo. And President Fitzgerald and President Pine will be removing taxes.
Getting t-shirts that say don't do drugs.
Choose farm to table.
Making scientific changes to those drugs.
And
we're
killing
going
inflation.
We're going to destroy the stock market.
Destroy. Absolute.
Also, instead of going door to door for the national consensus, we are instead going to go door to door and take everyone's favorite item, and that gets put into our giant mansion that we're going to build.
So we're actually going to do like
There's
a
our
thing where
taxes.
everyone throws in like their stick at the beginning of the hockey practice and like stick on the same team, and that's how we'll make decisions.
Yeah.
Also, everything voting wise will be submitted through a Google form.
And then at the end of the year, we're going to have superlatives.
Yeah, we're doing a most likely to in the White House pretty much every week, so you guys can kind of see the drama and the tea. Anyway, guys, I think Annie and I are ready to wrap this episode up because we did talk for a while, and I think it's time for us to go to bed. I had a grand old time. Next week, we're actually going to be...
Time.
No.
And I'm so glad that, like, in the end, we decided to run together.
I know.
You know.
Definitely not going on runs, but we're running the presidential election together.
We sure are.
We're banding like the brothers. Next week
so
we'll be
just
in
a reminder,
Chestnut Hill.
Woohoo! We're going to the other side of the bridge.
Well, other side of Com Ave.
Oh.
Hopefully producer Meg and sideline Julia can make the trip so that my producer and my sideline Abby and Carrie and Kylie and Mallory and Kirk, my roommates.
Have you noticed we got a whole team behind us, so shout out to all of them. Keep an eye out for our meet and greet being orchestrated by manager Maeve, and we will see you guys next week.
And just I hope you guys all exist this week. I don't want to put any expectations on like having a good or bad week. I just hope you can find peace in existing.
And all this peace.
I find in all this madness.
I find
Madness.
I find peace in your eyes.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.